अस्सलाम वालेकुम गाइस, क्या हाल है आपका। हम लाइव हैं और आपको जैसे वादे के मुताबिक बताया गया था मीट योर कलंदर में आपको आपके फेवरेट कलंदर से मिलवाया जाएगा। सो वी हैव आवर फेवरेट कलंदर, सो we have our very special calendar from Australia with us today, who displayed amazing performances in HBL PSL 5 and lit the stadium of Pakistan. We got to witness one of the best innings in HBL PSL so far from him. He scored 266 runs in 8 matches, which is the third highest score of PSL. He smashed 23 sixes. He recorded the third highest average of HBL PSL, 53 was the average, and the fourth highest strike rate of 186. So, none other than it's our very own bubble boy, Ben Dunk. So we welcome Ben Dunk in our live show. How are you, Ben Dunk?
Hi guys, how you
Danny?
going? Thank you very much for having me on tonight.
So how is your family? How is your quarantine time? How is your...
Yeah, obviously in Australia we're in lockdown in Tasmania at the moment, as I guess most of the world is. Well, we try and battle against this coronavirus. So at the moment we're just at home with the family. It's really good to be home. I had a pretty busy schedule. I went from South Africa straight to the Big Bash. And then to the PSL, so it's nice to finally get some time at home with my wife and 2 little ones, and our dog, and spend some quality time there together.
So Ben, you are missing Pakistan as well, especially. Can you tell me the exact special thing you are missing in Pakistan?
Oh, to be honest, I'm probably missing all the guys. The tournament ended so quickly. We were on a little bit of a roll, and the team itself were on such a high after qualifying for the finals for the first time. So I made some great friendships over my time in Pakistan. So I'm really looking forward at some stage to reigniting those friendships and getting back around the guys, and hopefully getting the games in, the finals in, and the final in due course.
I saw a comment on our screen as well. People loves you here in Pakistan, loves your sixes, love your bubble. What about your bubble stock? Do you have stock at your home?
Yes, it did prove to be pretty popular, the bubble. Look, it's just it's become my little thing, I guess, that I do, and I can't give away too many secrets on it. I don't want any of my opponents to be picking up on it, but no, look, it's something I had a bit of fun with. I'll continue to do it while certainly I continue performing. So I just need to make sure I've got lots of gum when I come to the cricket.
Okay, tell me about the best stadium of Pakistan. You like it? Which stadium and which crowd? Can you tell me this about the city?
Yeah, I think we were really fortunate in the first part of the PSL to play in front of some amazing crowds. The crowds across the whole of Pakistan were amazing, but in particular for me, the standout is certainly in Lahore. The 2 games where I did well there against Quetta and then against Karachi, the crowd were amazing. It's probably some of the loudest cheers that I've heard, or the loudest atmosphere that I've heard anywhere in the world, really, and it was just really special time to score runs in front of those people, in front of our fans.
So you smashed 12 sixes against your recent team. What were you thinking about Karachi Kings?
Oh, look, I had a great time last year with the Karachi Kings, and there's certainly no ill feeling there, but the stage of the game meant that we needed something around about 12 and over, and we'd lost a couple of wickets, but I certainly needed to try and keep the momentum going that I had in the previous games. I got off to a nice start. I think second ball in my first couple of balls anyway, hit a 6, and it's always nice as a batter when you sort of get one out of the middle of the bat early in your innings, because it just gives you confidence. And from there, I guess it just rolled on. And fortunately enough, we got the win. And, like I said, the atmosphere that night is something I won't forget. And I've been sent quite a few clips on Instagram, and it's amazing to go back through and watch and see how the crowd and our fans were reacting.
Your fan asked, Mir Issue is asking about, Ben, what about your shots that you play against left arm spinners? I think you have a liking of left armers. What about left armers?
Yeah, I certainly do like the left arm spinners. But I also get out a lot to them as well. So it's a bit of a love-hate relationship. I sometimes try a little bit too hard to clear the fence, and they get me out quite often as well. But fortunately enough, during the PSL, I went on a little bit of a run of form, and I think probably most of my sixes were against left-arm spin. So, it's something that I enjoy batting against, that's for sure.
Rizwan Khan is asking about your bubble. Dunk, where is your bubble? He wants a bubble balloon.
A bubble balloon.
Do you have bubble right now?
I don't have any right now. Hold on 1 second. I'll go and try and find some gum, and I'll be back in 30 seconds.
So he's searching bubble, especially for his fan, Rizwan. So there are many messages. Abdur Rahman Nazir is asking to Ben, please remove your cap and one bubblegum pose. Everybody wants to see the bubblegum scene on. And Hashmatullah is watching, and Mohammad Hassan Tariq, and Mr. Tariq Bloch is saying, love you, Ben Dunk. Love your batting, bro. Nadeem said to you. And Ben is searching bubble for his fan. So Ben is here. So we are waiting for Ben bubble balloon. So it's live.
I'll have to.
So you love bubble? You love bubble?
I do, yeah. And I do like it. Well, it makes your breath smell nice as well. So that's always an added bonus. But we'll work it up. We'll keep answering some of the questions, and then at some stage I'll put a bubble out there for everybody. Okay. Everybody is asking about your power, your inspiration. Tell us your inspiration. You inspired from which batsman? Yeah, when I was growing up, I used to love watching Adam Gilchrist play. Obviously, he's a left-handed batsman in Australia, wicket-keeper as well. I love watching him. And the other one I loved growing up was Kevin Peterson. And I was fortunate enough to play with Kevin Peterson, actually, in one of his last years with the Melbourne Stars. So I remember when I was in boarding house, the 2005 Ashes series was on when I was in boarding school, and we were supposed to be studying for our final exams, and we'd stay up nice and late just to watch the cricket. So they're probably two of my favourite all-time players in terms of who I really look up to.
A question from the fan: Ben, will you be coming to Pakistan for the remaining playoff matches when the current situation is resolved?
I certainly hope so. Like I said earlier, our team was on a really had a great feeling about it. Chris Lynn scored a magnificent 100 in that last game before the playoffs. So, there's obviously some serious things that we have to resolve around the world before that goes ahead. But I have no qualms, and in fact, I can't wait to get back and play those playoff games at some stage in the near future, hopefully.
Since there were many players from our PDP in the team, also including Farzan, Haris, Dilbar, Maz, Faizan, and Salman Irshad, how do you see them in the future?
Well, they've certainly got a very bright future, and I think what the Lahore Qalandars are doing with the PDP is outstanding. I think it's a real tribute to Sameen. And the management around getting that up and running, but also now we're starting to see players come through, and I think Harris is probably the great example. Harris Rauf, coming through that program and now playing for Pakistan, and I think there's quite a few of those guys who have really, really bright futures, and they're only just getting started in terms of their journey, and I'm really looking forward to watching it evolve over the next little bit.
Everybody is loving your cap as well, and you're waiting for the bubble balloon. So
Oh
bubble
yeah.
balloon is ready right now. Can
No, no,
we?
no, 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 no. We'll have to
No,
keep
no,
waiting.
we're waiting. We're waiting. So, can you tell the secret behind your magic bubble? Everybody is, want to know a little bit balloon.
Just a little one. There's no real secret. I mean, I do it quite often, obviously, because I like to chew gum when I'm practicing, when I'm playing in the middle, when I'm training. So it's just a way of sort of calming my nerves, and it takes my mind off the game, and allows me to refocus back on what I need to be doing. So. Yeah, there's no secret to it. I'm sure everybody as children at some stage when they've had some bubble gum or chewing gum or whatever they've had have blown some bubbles, and yeah, it's just something that I do.
Question from Blake Silla from Instagram. Ben Dunk asked Ben Dunk about the time he rode a bull when he was very young at a rodeo. If you remember that, Ben.
I certainly do. My family every year used to go away camping to out in the country, and there was a rodeo on every year that we used to go and attend. And this year, this one year that I think I was around 12 or 13, they used to do a bull ride for all the kids or anyone that wanted to have a go. And my cousins and I lined up, and they were supposed to do it with me. And unfortunately, they chickened out, and I ended up doing it by myself. Now, I don't know anyone that knows bull riding, but you're supposed to try and stay on for 8 seconds. I stayed on for about 10 and a half seconds or 11 seconds. So I certainly won the battle that day.
So, how was your golf experience in Pakistan? You played golf as well with cricket.
Yeah, the golf experience was awesome. We were really fortunate in the professor, Muhammad Hafiz, really looked after us, took us out to his course. We had a couple of really nice rounds there, and the course was sensational, and it was really nice to get out and sort of see another part of Pakistan. Unfortunately, with the security that does surround the team, it is sometimes difficult to get out and see Pakistan or Lahore or any of the cities that we're at. We're sometimes confined a little bit to the hotels, but it was nice to sort of get out and have a little bit of a look around, and hopefully in the coming years, we can get out more and more and really experience the culture.
So, which was your favorite inning versus Quetta or versus Karachi?
I think probably the Karachi one. I think there's certainly a really big rivalry there between Lahore and Karachi, and it was nice to do that. In a big match where the team really needed it. I actually think probably the innings that I felt like I actually batted my best was the second time we played Quetta. We only made probably 30 not out, but the wicket was quite tricky. It was quite a difficult wicket, and it was a bit of a nervous chase. We're only chasing 100, but those small chases are always difficult. So I think I actually probably batted possibly my best in that innings to get us over the line there with the professor Muhammad Hafiz. He batted beautifully then.
So, how was your experience with your teammates, Qalandars, especially with Lini? First, say about something, Lini.
So Linny and I started our cricket careers and professional cricket careers the same year when probably 10 or 11 years ago. So I've known Linny for a very, very long time. He's a really close family friend of mine. So, I love the opportunity to play with him again. It's been probably 7 or 8 years since we played in the same team. So it was awesome to get back out and play with him. He's obviously world class. We've all seen how brutal he is all around the world, and it was so good to see him get that 100 in the last game. Especially when it was a must-win game for us. You need your big players to stand up, and he certainly did. And just a quick one, it's Chris Lynn's 30th birthday tomorrow. So make sure you all jump down, wish him happy birthday. He'll love to hear from you all. So make sure you bombard his Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, all of it. And make sure you wish him a happy birthday because he really appreciates hearing from all of you.
So wishing a very happy birthday to our super Qalandar Chris Lynn in advance. So कल बर्थडे है, जितने भी पाकिस्तान में देख रहे हैं लोग, उन सबको मैं कहना चाहूँगा कमेंट्स में, वो देख रहे होंगे तो उनको विश कीजिए, और हम कल भी उनके लिए एक सरप्राइज प्लान करते हैं. So we are ready for the birthday bash of Chris Lynn. So we celebrated your birthday in Karachi. How was that?
It was awesome. I think when you're on the road a lot and you're traveling a lot, sometimes the milestones and the big occasions like birthdays, Christmases, weddings, and those sort of things, you miss out on a lot. And it was really nice, and it was a really nice touch from management and all of the teammates to get together and celebrate my birthday in Karachi. Unfortunately, we lost the game up in Karachi, but it was a magnificent night, and I really appreciated the cake and having everybody there.
So we are showing on screen that was the best night we have with the Qalandars, and we celebrated the bubble boy Ben Dunk birthday. So our question from fan Malik Hasnath is asking, Ben, did you receive any offer for bubblegum advertisement?
No, I didn't do any bubblegum advertisements, but perhaps next year when I come to Pakistan, or whenever it is we come back for the finals, I can link up with one of the companies there, and we can do some fun stuff and get out in the community and give back a little bit to the people of Pakistan.
Mohammad Umar Ali is asking from you, Ben, which opposition you like the most in HBL PSL, and which bowler you think is difficult to hit runs? Which one?
Oh, it's a good question. I think the standard of bowling in Pakistan in PSL is outstanding. Right across the board, you have terrific fast bowlers, and there seems to be a lot of fast bowlers. You have terrific spinners as well. But the first person that springs to mind is Wahab Riaz. I think, I know, he's certainly getting older, but he's certainly not losing any of his pace and his skill, and he's got so many tricks. He thinks about the game really well, and he seems to always be one step ahead. So I think Wahab Riaz is just an unbelievable bowler, and he's certainly very, very difficult to face. In
depth overs or initial one?
I think it
much better. Balloon.
I think in all overs, Wahab, he's very dangerous with the new ball. He's got good skills, and then through the middle, he's got a great slower ball and a good bouncer. And then towards the end, he's amazing with a reverse swinging ball. His Yorkers are outstanding. He can come around the wicket, over the wicket, and like I said, he's a really nice guy as well, which is a bit of a change to fast bowlers. No, he's certainly a legend of the game, and I love coming up against him because I know I'll have to be playing my best cricket to score any runs against him. He's outstanding.
Tell me about, especially for the young gun, Dilbar Hussain.
Yeah, Dilbar's a he's certainly going to be one to watch over the next little bit of space of time. He's someone that we really need to, as a cricket community, keep an eye on, because the sky is the limit for him. He played his first game in the Big Bash for the Melbourne Stars, and that didn't go to plan for him, but he bounced back really well throughout the PSL. And he really fought through some injuries, and he played hurt, which is really hard to do, and he still did an unbelievable role for the team. So, like I said, the guys coming through the player development program, they've all got really, really bright futures, and it's an amazing concept that the management have got together. And like I said, we're seeing some really good talent, and hopefully that talent over the next couple of years goes on and does really good things for Pakistan, because that's international cricket, and winning World Cups and that sort of thing is certainly what we all dream as of children, and I'm sure those guys did as well, and hopefully they can go on to achieve those dreams.
So Ben, who was your best mate in Qalandars team, local guy?
Probably Harris Ralph, really. Harris come over to the Big Bash as a relatively sort of and with all due respect, probably unknown a little bit when he first come to Australia. He only played last year in the PSL, his first year, so he was a little bit relatively unknown, hadn't played any international cricket. and he was just amazing in the dressing room. He's got a great sense of humour. He's quite funny. He's intelligent. He's respectful. He genuinely cares about you and your family, and he wants you to do well. And you know, quick little story. Once I got back to the hotel after we played Quetta, and you know, I made that first score. You know, Harris came, gave me a huge hug, and then you know, said he's so happy for me, and that's the sort of guy he is. So you know, like he's probably the guy I got closest to. The other one that I really admire is Mohammed Hafiz. You know, obviously watching him over the course of probably 20 years, I think it feels like he's been playing for Pakistan. You know, almost my whole life, and he's still getting better and better, and the way that he trains and his professionalism towards the game is outstanding. So he's a great one for all the younger players to sort of look at the way he prepares, look at the way he trains, and you know, we obviously see the results.
Ben, can you repeat that dialogue? Hor koi sade like, just for your fans.
Hoi koi side like.
Yeah, yeah, you're great. So, what is the difference between MSL, PSL, and BBL?
Oh, look, they've all got their own nuances in terms of the wickets you play on, the grounds you play on. But at the end of the day, all three of them are very high standard of competitions. Probably the biggest difference is in both the MSL and the PSL. All of the international players are playing in terms of the local international players are playing. So Pakistan during the PSL don't have any series on, and same with South Africa during MSL. So, you know, you're coming up against the best of that country, whereas during Big Bash, the Australian cricket team's playing both one-day cricket and plays test matches. And, you know, so some of the best players, someone like a Mitchell Starc doesn't play any Big Bash, whereas, you know, Harris Rolfe and Wahab Riaz and Dale Steyn and Vernon Philander, they all play in their local 2020 competition. So that's probably the biggest difference, and that's something that I'd like to see, you know, certainly the Big Bash take up over the next couple of years is to make sure that those big guns are available, you know, to play in our local tournament.
You did a bit of coaching to Fakhr. Tell us something about it.
Well, first things first, you know, I honestly believe that you never stop learning as a player, and you know, Fakhr is an amazing player. You know, he's played some amazing innings for Pakistan. I was only watching, I think it was the Champions Trophy highlights were on the other night here in Australia, and I think it was the Champions Trophy. Anyway, somewhere in England, a tour in England, and Fakhr was certainly hitting them to all parts of the ground. So he's an amazing player. But, you know, he had a couple of little dismissals against left arm spin, which happens to be, you know, something that I like to face. So we just did a bit of work around hitting and trying to keep a stable base and keeping your head in a good position. And you know, just some of the basics that we can sometimes forget as players. And, you know, fortunately enough, towards the back end of the tournament, Fakhr started playing beautifully. And he was someone I was really looking forward to watching as we went into the finals, because I think a really, really big score was just around the corner for him.
Sadia Zeenat, a fan of Lahore Qalandar, asking from you, Dunk, say something about Shaheen Shafridi.
Well, he's probably someone that I've forgotten, actually, as I've spoken about all of the players. But in terms of quality players, he's right up there. You know, he's one of the best 2020 bowlers that I've seen anywhere in the world at the moment. He's so dangerous with the new ball. He swings the new ball back into the right-handers and away from the left-handers, which is a challenge in itself. And then he comes back at the death and bowls those death overs, bowls the Yorkers really well, bowls good slower balls, and he knows the game. So he manipulates his field really well, bowls to his field, and he's still so young. So I'm excited to see him over the next few years do amazing things for Pakistan. I'm excited to watch him here in Australia, hopefully later this year in the 2020 World Cup. I think he could be, you know, someone, he could easily be the player of the tournament, and hopefully Pakistan go a long way. Not too far, though, obviously.
What about the skipper, Sohail Akhtar?
Yeah, Sohail's, you know, his first year as skipper, he did really, really well. When he moved up the batting order, he obviously started to score some runs as well, which was nice. I think, you know, he's got a lot of cricket left in him in terms of both learning about the game. I think he's he led the team really well and got us through to the playoffs. So the skipper in his first year as captain did a good job. It's a tough job being captain. All of the criticism seems to come back and fall on your shoulders, and you've got to try and make sure that all the 11 guys are happy, and there's obviously guys who miss out on the team, who get bad news, who are unhappy as well. So, it's a real juggling act to make sure that you're looking after everybody in the team, but also you're looking after your own form.
Ben, what is the best thing about Qalandars?
I think the best thing is probably just the people. I've been fortunate enough to now play in a lot of 2020 teams around the world. And the one thing that always sticks out in your memory around the times that you really enjoyed and the teams that you really remember are the people. The management were great. A little thing, it was my little boy's 3rd birthday on the 10th of February. Yet I was supposed to be in Lahore at this stage preparing, doing our pre-PSL camp, and Samin allowed me just to stay back and in Australia for a couple of extra days just to celebrate his birthday, and that meant the world to me to see his face, and we had a little party here, and then I got over and started preparing with the guys. But just little things like that make such a big difference for a player, and then obviously all the teammates as well. The guys, like I said, Harris, Shaheen, the Professor, Linny, David Villas, Dane Villas, David Visa, Samet Patel, all the guys, Siku, had a great time with all of them. And like I said, hopefully later this year we can all get back together, get the band back together, and play these next 2 games and walk away with the trophy.
Ali Raj is saying, thanks for coming in Pakistan. Love you, Ben. You are right now living in our hearts. So, few words for Ali Raj.
Oh, look, it's very kind, obviously. I was really taken aback, I guess, how much the fans and the Lahore fans in particular, and probably a lot of Pakistanis sent me so many nice messages after I did well. It was really nice to hear how much it meant to them, and like I said earlier, to see them, our fans, celebrate in the stands when we beat Quetta and when we beat Karachi was really special, and it's something I'll certainly remember for a long period of time.
So, how you celebrated the victory when Lahore Qalandar qualified for the semi-final?
Well, we didn't really celebrate that much, apart from make sure that we were ready to go, because the finals got brought forward and we only had 1 day off between the regular season games and then the playoffs. So we had to make sure we recovered really well the next day, made sure we did all our pool and stretches and gym work, just to make sure that we were ready to play that semi-final. As it were, unfortunately, the management of the PSL thought that it would be best to postpone them, and I have no doubt that in the future the guys will be ready to play whenever that is.
Ali Aslan Danish is asking from you, Ben, what is your position to join your international team, Team Australia? Your performances are right up there. What are your plans in this regard?
Well, I've been fortunate enough to play 5 games for Australia so far in my career, and like I said at the start, as a kid growing up, that was always my dream to play for Australia, and it still is. There's no doubt that I would love to play in the 2020 World Cup later this year at home in Australia in front of family and friends. Unfortunately, I didn't play as well as I would have liked in the Big Bash this year, which is probably where the selectors will make most of their selections from. But in saying that, it's nice to certainly score some runs, and you never know what's possible in the future.
So, any special message for the Qalandars and Pakistani?
Oh, look, the main message is thank you so much for all the support over the PSL. But now it's really important just to stay safe, look after your family. It's a really serious issue and problem that we have going on, not only here in Australia and in Pakistan, but all over the world. I'm sure you all know how serious it is, but just to reiterate, make sure that you stay safe, you look after your family, you look after your friends, and all around the world we'll get through this together. So Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Ben, for your time, for your precious time. And in the last, I need one dialogue from you in Punjabi. If you can say, Lahore, Lahore, A.
Lahore,
For the fans of
Lahore, A.
Lahore, Lahore, A.
Lahore, Lahore, A.
Pakistan, Zindabad.
Pakistan, Zindabad.
Thank you so much, Ben. See you next time.
Absolutely.
Love to talk to you. And तमाम फैंस का मैं शुक्रिया अदा करना चाहूँगा जिन्होंने ये इंटरव्यू देखा और आपके सारे सवाल हमारे तक पहुंचे, मैंने पूछने की कोशिश की और इंशाल्लाह इस तरह का सेशन चलता रहेगा। सो बैन ने कह दिया पाकिस्तान जिंदाबाद, बैन ने कह दिया लाहौर लाहौर है, बैन ने कह दिया और कोई साढ़े लायक, हमने उनको पंजाबी भी कर लिया, पाकिस्तानी भी कर लिया और उर्दू भी बुलवा ली। सब कुछ होगा, बहुत मजा आने वाला है इस शो में। मीट योर कलंदर, अपने फेवरेट कलंदर को आप मिलना चाहते हैं तो आप जल्दी से अभी भी कमेंट्स कर सकते हैं उनके नाम। आप शहीन को मिलना चाहते हैं, फखर को, डेविड वीसा को, क्रिस लिन को, किसी को भी मिलना चाहते हैं तो मैं आपके कमेंट्स तीनों स्क्रीन से देख रहा होता हूँ, जहां जहां आप कर रहे होते हैं और आपके मैसेजेस हमारे तक पहुंचते हैं। सो ये थे हमारे साथ बेन डंक, जो कि जिन्हें प्यार से बबल बॉय कहा जाता है और उनकी बबल और उनका बबल बैलून बहुत पसंद है पाकिस्तानियों को, लाहौरियों को, कलंदर्स को। सो इसी तरह ही हम आपके साथ लाइव आते रहेंगे आपके फेवरेट कलंदर्स के साथ। और फेवरेट कलंदर का नाम लिखना मत भूलिएगा, जितने ज्यादा वोट होंगे उतनी जल्दी हम उस कलंदर को अपनी स्क्रीन पर लाएंगे। खुदा हाफिज। जाते हुए सिर्फ इतना ही कहूंगा, अपना ख्याल रखिए, स्टे सेफ, स्टे होम।